Welcome to Signal to Alpha, your essential market briefing. I'm Lady Muriel, cutting through the noise to deliver what moves markets today. Let's get you your alpha before the opening bell. Here's what's moving markets this morning. Iran's economy is under severe pressure from U.S. sanctions costing roughly $435 million daily, threatening oil infrastructure and domestic stability. Political upheaval is reshaping the map with redistricting battles in Virginia and Florida, potentially altering House control before November's midterms. Pentagon leadership tensions have triggered a Navy secretary removal, while California's gubernatorial candidates dodge accountability on homelessness despite $20 billion in spending and a 49% increase in crisis cases. And election integrity concerns continue with noncitizens identified on voter rolls. Let's start with international and domestic political developments. In Iran, economic warfare is reaching a breaking point. Former Treasury sanctions expert Miad Maleki estimates current U.S. pressure is costing Iran roughly $435 million per day. Iran's oil storage at Karg Island could fill within days, forcing production shutdowns. More critically, gasoline shortages could hit within 2 to 3 weeks since Iran imports 30 to 60 million liters daily. The country faces triple-digit food inflation and a roughly 90% collapse in purchasing power. Iran escalated yesterday by seizing 2 container ships, including the MSC Francesca, owned by a billionaire close to Trump and Macron, with approximately 40 crew members now held at Bandar Abbas. This signals Tehran's desperation as the blockade turns ships around in real time. Back home, redistricting wars are exploding across multiple states, with direct implications for congressional power. A Virginia Circuit Court judge blocked certification of the Democratic redistricting referendum that passed 51.5 to 48.5% on Tuesday. The amendment would create a 10-to-1 Democratic congressional advantage, up from the current 6-to-5 split. The Virginia Supreme Court hears oral arguments Monday, with a ruling expected by early May. Meanwhile, in Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis called a special legislative session starting Tuesday to redraw congressional maps. Democrats fired back with a $20 million spending blitz targeting vulnerable Florida Republicans. These redistricting battles directly impact Washington's power balance through 2028. In California's gubernatorial race, Democratic candidates revealed reluctance to criticize outgoing Governor Gavin Newsom on homelessness despite glaring failures. At Tuesday's debate, no Democratic candidate gave Newsom below a B-, even though California homelessness jumped 49% from 2019 to 2024, reaching 161,400 people, despite spending roughly $20 billion. In Pentagon shakeups, Navy Secretary John Phelan was removed immediately yesterday amid tensions with War Secretary Pete Hegseth. Concerns centered on shipbuilding program execution, including the Columbia-class submarine program delayed roughly 17 months to 2029. Retired Navy Captain Hung Chau assumes the acting role. In election integrity developments, former Kansas Mayor Jose Ceballos, a Mexican green card holder, pleaded guilty to 3 counts of disorderly election conduct for illegally voting multiple times. The Trump-era SAVE program database identified Ceballos with more than 24,000 potential non-citizens on voter rolls, identified since April 2025. That's your signal to alpha for today. Subscribe for tomorrow's essential market briefing. Trade smart, stay informed. Check us out at capitalcopilot.io.